College kids today really seem to hate Jews and support literal Islamic terrorists. It's disgusting. A lot of you are wondering, how could this possibly happen? You think it might have something to do with the decades of left-wing indoctrination that we've just let fester in our schools? Normal people understand that the Israelis getting attacked here, they're the good guys. The jihadis doing the attacking, they're the bad guys. I'm Blake Masters. I'm running for Congress here in Arizona's 8th District. And I approve this message because we're going to defund the schools that teach anti-Jewish, pro-jihadi bullshit.
Joining me now, Blake Masters, running for Congress in Arizona's Congressional District 8. Okay, Blake, these schools, long before there were pro-Hamas protests, there were feminist protests, pro-George Floyd protests. It's well beyond Hamas and Jews and Israel. We have a bunch of vile, violent communist scum on our college campuses, and no one seems to want to address the fact.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy. And you're right. This isn't a problem in the last couple of weeks or months. This is a problem that is decades in the making. Most of these schools, of course, take federal funds. And so you, me, we, the people, taxpayers are funding this anti-American crap, right? It's Bolshevist. And the left knows, you got to give them credit. Their agenda is evil, but they know that if they can control the minds of young people, right, they just hatch a whole new generation of communists. Give it 15, 20 years. Now those kids are teaching college. Now those kids are in Congress. Now those kids are, God forbid, the president of the United States. And so this is the left-wing plan. It's to subvert everything that we love about this country by creating a whole new generation of communists. And now you see these idiot kids love Palestinian Hamas terrorism. I think it's just really disgusting. And we got to see if it's too late to fix, but we got to call it out and start fighting back yesterday.
I love that you focus on education, Blake, because really, as you just pointed out, everything comes back to that. And we complain about corporate America now being trash and the Senate's trash and the FBI's trash. And of course, all those things are true. But all those people learned that America hatred in America's schools. How in the world did we allow these people to take over our schools? What were we doing while the communists took over our schools in this country?
You know, I think a lot of parents, God bless them, people are working really hard. You have to work even harder, right, just to stay in the same place in this horrible Biden economy. But a lot of parents, they want to believe that, schools are bad generally, but Jesse, your kid's school is fine. My kid's school is fine. Don't worry about it. Unfortunately, no, that's in your kid's school too, that toxic left-wing BS. And it doesn't matter whether it's a public school or private school. You know, you go to Phoenix Country Day School, people are paying $28,000 a year in tuition or whatever. And that curriculum might actually be more communist than what you'll find at the local public school. I remember in 4th grade, my parents had to go and protest because my 4th grade teacher was teaching us that Christopher Columbus was a colonizer. He was a murderer. He was a bad guy. We didn't learn about how he was a hero, how he discovered this country, the kind of risks that men used to take, in the ancient world. And, absent parental involvement, I'm not sure you can fix it. Now, I think people are waking up. Right. I really hope that the mama bears, right, people are realizing that their kids are being poisoned intellectually in the schools. And so if you get enough parents to wake up and take back the school boards and just say no, maybe it's not too late to fix.
Blake, I'm glad you're running again, obviously pulling for you the same way we did last time. Why didn't the National Republican Party step in and help last time? In fact, they made an announcement they were not going to help. What happened there?
Yeah, and specifically Mitch McConnell, right? I think he decided that he thought I was too conservative, too right-wing, and too independent-minded to be in the Senate. He didn't want to deal with me. I think he would literally rather be, chief of his little fiefdom. He'd rather be the leader of the minority than be in the majority and have to deal with U.S. senators like me. So he got his wish that time. This time, the good news is he doesn't matter. Right? I'm in a right-wing primary. We're going to win, and I'm going to do all that one person can in Congress to really help start to right this ship. We have an establishment problem, and I think the establishment wants to go along to get along. They lose to the left over time. I'm mad as hell. I'm sick of that. And so it's America first through and through.
Let's discuss the border, shall we? Here was Alejandro Mayorkas discussing his plans for the 30 million illegals he's allowed to flood this country with.
The answer is quite clear and quite straightforward, and we've been waiting for it for about 30 years. And that is to fix a system that everyone agrees is fundamentally broken, and we need congressional action, both for the lawful pathways that really need to be more robust in statute, and for the 12 million people who are here in the United States who have been contributing so fundamentally to our country's well-being.
Blake, why is it the Democrats love illegal immigrants so much? What is it about them that they just crave, especially as they ignore normal Americans?
I think Mayorkas likes the chaos that he's wrought at our border. I think they're fundamentally trying to destabilize the country. I do think they're fundamentally trying to change the demographic makeup of the country. They want to flood America with people from the third world, right? This is not people who are hardworking from Mexico who are just trying to get construction jobs. And no, that was 25 years ago, right? Now you've got Uzbekistani cab drivers coming here with no skills, except, maybe they really hate Jews and they don't want to assimilate, right? This is people from Uganda. This is people from Yemen, right? This is Hamas terror cells coming in. Not everybody, obviously, but like tens of thousands of terrorists have just been welcomed in by Joe Biden. And unfortunately, all the carnage that we saw Hamas commit on October 7th in Israel, I fear that that's the trailer for the movie that's coming to the United States. So I think for the left, it's about importing a new electorate. It's about destabilizing American society as we know it. And Mayorkas is lying when he says 12 million Americans. No, this is like 20 or 30 million illegals in this country, at least. They know that you don't have a country if you don't have a secure border. And I think they're literally trying to destroy this country with their border policies.
I think they are too. Blake, what's your website, brother?
BlakeMasters.com.